Good evening, everyone. Yeah, my computer is a bit slow today. Okay. Bear with me for a sec. Very interesting. Today, my computer is a bit slow. Finally done. Finally, she wake up. Great. Okay. It was a great day yesterday. Another happy day. It was. Yeah, I was so happy. I would believe that after bit of a conflict, sometimes is the attitude as a leader or owner of the business always feel bad. We have to ready for the open up, think and space for the improvement. So this is what I learned yesterday. Feedback. Um, for instance, when I look back past uh, as a business owner or someone skilled, getting a skill or knowledge, normally getting information from uh, client. That's what I really believe the especially like a ceremony kind of job or another things. So for instance, in the past, long time ago, when I was 20, was the first challenge was when I first came out from uni in Australia. We had a recession, really severe recession in Victoria, and I couldn't get a job. I got IT bachelor of IT, but I couldn't get a job. For one of the first reason is the program part. I did it, but that isn't my major. I'm more likely learning things and new things. And actually, most of our graduate who are getting a job was only few become a programmer. The rest become some have become a software engineer. Most of us we getting a job more like going to company, learning their system. Then from there we helping them all the people like IT desk. Anyway, to cut the story short, uh, I couldn't get a job, so it was 1990 something, early 90, yeah, about 1990. Uh, so what I did, I decided to do something. So one thing I did was driving taxi for a while. That connected my faith. First half a year, I didn't like it, be shameful. Kind of I was a bit ashamed of this. I have this uni degree, and how can I drive? If I can get out this job and get out some kind office job in IT, that kind of dreaming I always had it. Well, one day God awakened me that um, I had a like Christmas break somehow. I was had a job in local computer shop because I was doing some short contract uh, called Q&A. It's like Q&A was some developed by Symantec. You might be remember Symantec. Yeah, it was a computer. They produce a compiler, and they used to have window programming, and eventually bought by Microsoft. I think they took it many new feature over. Eventually, Microsoft bought the company, I think. Anyway, I did a short programming, and I got it. So, because then I got a short job in a local PC, computer shop. The thing is that I thought, just give me a job so that I can work in the computer shop. But the thing is that I'm not great in fixing computer. It's something they want me to learn. They can assembly this computer. On those days, people we have a 4A6, I think, and the owner wants to me to learn assembling that thing, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I'm not good at that. So eventually, I for a while, then I decided to go back to driving taxi, and then I loved it. Suddenly, God changed my heart. I decided to drive in night time. See the people, um, see uh, in Melbourne, most of taxi, we have a very typical culture. Those days, people, whoever sitting in the front seat, they are more like open to it. You should know it. Someone sitting in the front, they are more open to it. We know it. So we have a chat. They love chatting. They love to telling about their story. Anyway, most time we learn this knowledge of a backstreet or shortcut by the client. Normally, we ask client, which should we just go? Then they tell me, I go straight that way. Then we know it's more straight way. They know the shortcut, also backstreet, something you can avoid the back traffic light. So that's what I learned. I learned all the. I nearly drove every corner of street. Oh, yeah, I drove a major street of Melbourne, covering a few thousand, including, of course, main freeways, but main road, main street, even main back street, parade. I went through it. So uh, that's why I still have this knowledge of Melbourne map street. It helps a lot. So this is something I learned. Whenever you do business, uh, they have a better idea. Always asking what they like. Especially recently, I know the content. Sometime asking your a client for the feedback, anything that like it, then they will give feedback. This is the way I like it. This is the way I really consider it, and I love it. So eventually, I do my small business celebrating their things event, and I love it from my clients, and they give a good feedback, and also I'm using it. So next version will be much better than previous. So this is what I have been doing it, and I love it. I think this whatever people do ministry or any small business. That's why I'm asking people to go out there. Is have feedback and input from client. That kind of business is more better. That way you will be improving. Your service will improve. Your contents will be more original, creative. That's what me. That's why all the documents is updated, more interesting way. That's why I want to share a bit of it this morning about it. Also, you can introduce your expertise on that, then they learn it from each other. We learn it from each other. I think the church should be that way. That means that church will be more powerful instead of dominant by um full-time ministry teams. Rather, let outside people put input so that they might adding to it new direction. That's one of the things that I want to share this morning before I start. Maybe this might be opening what God Lord will be introduce us into direction this morning. Okay, let's go into yeah. We hunt down most of 3 months as one. So I have this one. Yeah, let me go to another 3 months as one, and let's concentrate on summer one. Like love Leviticus. Yeah, I did over 3 times already. Yes, I'll do a few more. Then let's go into my first collection of Leviticus. I have a third collection. Still in progress, and I'll complete second session. I'm still doing my private time, and hopefully soon I might be share with you. But I already show you something about Leviticus chapter 16, which is the back capstone of that. You know, capstone is like something on the bridge. On the top, you put it in the middle. That is like a very important. That decide the longevity of that bridge. So some bridges uh, stay over 1,000 years. That means that capstone is very key capstone is very important. Is there where okay. So let's go to a more. I haven't finished one session of 2 weeks one. So let me finish this Proverb chapter 5:8. Also, in relationship, you have to produce this client to do feedback. That's always asking whenever this kind of a document you send them for their feedback, their input. So we create that kind of space for them so that they like to put in. Uh, Especially event is the what the client wanted, what we wanted. No, we can suggest it. Maybe legal part we can do that. Make sure the rest is optional. So I think we got to be open to it. I think in the same way in the ministry, we should have these people to put their input. That's why this kind of paid job, giving authority is very, very important. At least part-time jobs. Okay, Proverbs chapter. Let's do that. This part. So this kind of ministry will last long. I'm seeing this summer church pastor. He said once that his church was increasing up to grow up to over 50, 60. Then uh, he had a conflict with the youth leaders, and these people moved out. It is very important leader to be open to it and ready to go into working with them. Otherwise, then it never grow. This kind of youth people gather around, they never come back again. So only few people, it never grow again. There was a time he said 78 people grow, but suddenly he has to combat against them to feel that it's not biblical or something happened to them. But it could be a opportunity to that person. Um, More likely, yeah, that is something he never grow again. Yeah, this is something. It's very important acknowledging. I think this is the way. If there's proper relationship with understanding and acknowledging with God, I think our life, real life situation will change. It is very important that this nowadays, this new generation, you have to acknowledge. You should be able to apologize them if something they are not happy about it. Some of them actually saying to, "I'm not happy about it." You have to acknowledging it. Whatever, sometimes some kind of job is done because my job has got event including. So this kind of client has a lot of pressure. So these people, when the time approaching it, they have a lot of pressure. Actually, one bride said, "I can't sleep it. I can't sleep because of this program." Then we have to uh, prepare to listen to these people what they really want, because when sometimes they didn't want it, because most time my clients are first time in their event, life event, so they don't know until the last moment comes, then they still have they still start having stress. So that's why I learned that now I'm gonna have several kind of way to communicate with people. Was like I might to do partial kind of planning, event planning work for them, so that we all happy, we all know that I'm helping them, monitoring, look after them. That is very, very important part of it. What I was doing. So that's why I love this at the moment while I'm doing small business. It way it can be improved. The same way is here is Lord is strongly saying that proper communication between client and myself is very important. The basic things come from when we have this important relationship between God and us. We start to acknowledging it. If I normally acknowledge, sorry Lord, I did wrong. Even minor things. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. I'm silly, Lord. This is the way daily worship we go through. You'll be changed. And whatever you do, you'll be prosperous. Because the way you talk is humble way. And it's not just to habitual apologies. Sorry, I didn't mean it. It's not that. It is something you learn, and you show in action. You have been changed. That way, people will love you. People will um, give good feedback, and they're encouraging others to come to you. So in the business, like event and other service, introduced by other clients are very important. That guy is really good. I like to recommend these people, this guy, this business. That way, you'll be growing. This is something time come also. What I look at it, thing is, I used to have a very simple event, but eventually on the way, um, since you say I made a few mistakes, which they're not really happy about it. But on the way, it's God grace. These people actually helping me. Yeah, I did just all right. I just all right. I some kind of a B kind of a rate, but when you're going to A, to be you gotta be more prospered in the professional event kind of job. You got to be A. You got to be triple A, and concentrate on to that kind of direction. Then that's the right moment. This people will forgive you. Open to it. I like this kind of people. God leading you, then you have a good opportunity, but also I have a very good opportunity of gospel. To be one day, I might introduce people into church. They're always asking. I just end of the day, I'm pastor. Oh, really? Which church are you going? Which church are you ministering? Then I have hidden card. So at the moment, that's what I'm waiting right moment. Then they wanna see. if they are invite, they want me see that I have a particular role until they I wait. Otherwise, it's not gonna go anywhere. They want to see I'm a list appointed by this community church that as a pastor. And then I randomly going to ministering them, pray for them. I have a part of a role in the worship team. Yeah, that's what they want to see. That's why at the moment I'm concentrating with Korean people and Korean bicultural kind of people is I'm looking at also English speaking Korean generation. That's why I'm heading. I wait for God's direction on that time. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I want. What I thinking this way Lord wants it. This is the way time comes, all things come. Then this opportunity going through B to A and eventually A plus plus. One day I might be A plus plus, but that way my rank is up slowly into whatever industry where I am now. This industry very fancy, very sensible, uh, but this is one thing I think I learned it, and the basic thing is daily relationship with God, acknowledging Him and seeking, praying for any reconciliation and also mutual connection. Time to time, I'm seeing whenever after conflict, little bit conflict, both party come down in the presence of God, in the peace. Is a spirit of peace there. Then we must be careful, especially myself and providing service. Make sure prom service is essential, and make sure I learn. I put them as a priority, and especially the event is coming, approaching to closing. So they must take very seriously every step. I'm helping, I'm coaching them for the best outcome for the event. I think that way, I think I know I can use that skill also in the ministry. So I learn from ministry. I using it outside church. Also, I using outside of church in the business. I using in the ministry. That is, I love it. I love this kind of um, big data out there and using big data. So I have my own big data is built up at the moment. I'm so happy. I had a chat with my previous couple asking what this might be good. And they said, oh, this will be great if we can provide. Then I provide now part of planning kind of thing event. I'm going to do that with them. I love it. Next couple, I will love it. So I have a very good um, documentation now, ready to go. So I love it, and this is what I'm gonna do. Sure, direct your path. Do not be wise. That is big one is do not be wise on own culture, own generation, because different generation have different different things they want it. But they don't have something they don't have it. But I'm not gonna tell them if they don't have it. If they have opportunity to come with me, then I will helping them. But make sure the event will be very successful, everyone happy, and also these people who providing service will be very happy. That is what my service will be, and people who using my service will be blessed. Amen. Then also same way in the ministry. So whatever church one will be ministering will be beneficial. Yeah, eventually. Or they give me some kind of authority, and then this is what gonna happen. So this is what happening is trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, own understanding, and own wisdom, uh, own your eye. Just be careful with it. It could be all in your generation or your culture. Maybe eventually now the generation is changing. Even in my Korean, they are changing it. One of the things is many people in my community, Korean people, are doing business and make sure they want to be successful in business. Then they need someone who can helping them into local business. So they need someone. Yeah, that is the best thing is people who with that urge will be successful, learning each other. Uh, I love this new generation of 20s and 30s, 40s because their heart is ready, embracing it with others, even minorities. So, all your ways, acknowledging meaning including thanks, thanks to Him, not only just sin and in sad mode, in rejoicing mode, and acknowledging Him more in case this be hard sometimes, but that's why God give you this time of some kind of trouble, conflict, then suddenly getting better. God presence between two party come happy. They can see each other what this guy had. Then helping bring them together, knowledge together in same page. Then this thing happened. Uh, so most of my thing is this commutation of that uh, Lord is it is on my event is finished, so we can go any further. But next event might be preparing. I think we got to be connected with church. That way they can have life, the event, including God. That is the only way. So this thing is growth is flesh and bone. So that is very important. Is I think in terms of word of God, bone is like some essential element, solid one can be things like calcium. So you have to drink. You have to have a calcium. You're not gonna have this chewing calcium. Calcium from it's very bitter. You're not gonna eat that calcium only more like in the element of food you have naturally coming. And that's why I'm drinking milk every morning. Calcium naturally, my body can absorb it. So I think there is another way is that solid, very essential element is there in nature also. So this is something we must to take it. Some anything truthful, anything pure, anything out there, we should have to consume that kind of element sometime in the world. So go out there, enjoy it, enjoy community, do some business, some part-time job, and connect with client. I think that's the one way for healthy thing is embedded in you, in us, and you'll enjoy it. So, in my opinion, bit old-fashioned about God called me on only ministry full time at the moment in Korea. Um, at the moment, this is something coming in YouTube. 10 years, many church will be job will be disappear. Many associate pastor job will disappear. That's what they're looking at the moment. Many young generation are disappearing. That's why in 10 years' time, there are many family minister job position, even Sunday school position disappear. So many associate minister with maybe in trouble. So this guy go around and uh, helping people to prepare. That time, I might do anything. I might be driving taxi. I might do something, takeaway job. Uh, I might be starting my restaurant business. You can't do that because without preparation, you just go out there. It'll be very risk. Sometimes you just, I'm not the labor in building labor and you call it bricklayer or something. You need skill. Even you become a bricklayer, you need skill. Anything you need skill. So I think it's better now when you are okay. You start to do some special course. Each one is a special course like accounting. I know this kind of guy who cleaning, like a place where people suicide themselves, and this body was there, kept there for nearly 2 weeks or 3 weeks. This kind of very this kind of very terrible smell there because people dead kept there for a long time. I know this Korean guy who no one is doing it. So he eventually he was doing a small business restaurant catering business. Then he said, "I'm not gonna do it. I love this job." And eventually his family member was against it. Why are you doing this lousy job? And you have to be cleaning, carpet steaming. You have to remove these thing items. You know, you know, estate things, and this guy love it. This kind of people are really doing that kind of job. So even he needed some kind of skill. You can't just do straight away. Uh, And one of the things is when you do some kind of special course online and randomly say, oh, listen, I have a few days off. Could you let me off? Then you have a take short break from the ministry. Then you have a real world experience. That's why at the moment this guy warning against many people, thoughtish, foolish, also say minister. Um, in the future you might have a 10, 15 years time you might be have a problem, your own problem, because church is not going to offer you. Yeah, yeah. That is what happening, and be prepared. I'm ready for it. I'm ready already there. So that time I'm not gonna be really. I'll not be impacted, but my event is special, so people will do that things on the end of the day. So I'm really connect with it and connect to local event coordinator each place. I connect with them, and that's great time. I'm enjoying it and driving around. Anyway, yeah, this is Friday. It's a big day for in Victoria. We have a AFL grand final. Even I don't know who are in final. Sorry, but I don't watch. I don't have a TV cable connected, so I can't really see real TV. So I have to depend on the YouTube clips which provided by each channel. Yeah, so I don't have much information even who is in grand final. Sorry about that. But I hope that my team could be in the final. Yeah, I'm not gonna say which team I mean because I have one team which I favor, which my father used to betting on. I loved it, so I have my own team. So I have over two teams in my heart, always watching it. two teams. So this one heading at the moment. I hope the two team could be on the list. So this is something very important. Uh, we are connected. We have because I make sure these guys how they are doing it. I want to say that. I want to see these people how they are doing it. Uh, are you okay with your business? How are you doing it? Are you surviving it? That's why I'm very interesting how these people are doing out there. They are like they are front line in the business. So they've been the one who tell me. One of the things, one of the very sensitive part of business is taxi. Driving taxi is very sensitive part. Uh, we know it's very quiet straight away. Normally, when I'm driving, the critical months could be January, very quiet. Uh, uh, yeah, up to Christmas, up to New Year, then after that is cut off. So like a last day of New Year fun, is that is the day really busy after the sort of quiet. So some of them used to be. So I know it because that time even the people, rich people out there, um, they have to prepare say for their private tuition for their kid. So they holding their savings. So they're not going out anymore. Um, Rarely. Uh, so that's why I'm asking people about how you're doing at the moment, because I know these people will be uh, essential supporter of our ministry, our church. So I make sure they got blessed. Also, I pray for them, how they can be blessed. Yes. So I told you, if you want to know about the law of blessing, natural law of blessing, go back to my past recording. There's title for it. You can go through and you will find in my recording. So that is things. How you gonna be blessed? What is the natural law of blessing? So you can see my past recording. Maybe when this cut scripture might be coming again, maybe 1 or 2 months time, I might be going through briefly. But you can find my past two recording and you can listen to it. How you gonna be blessed? Yeah, so I like to go around. So after this, I like to driving around my prayer time. So this power mood of this relaxed mood. This is one of the relaxing mood uh, uh, of few relaxing mood in Melbourne. Is one of them is this grand final. Next will be Melbourne Cup. Then after that, we have going straight into mood of Christmas. We're gonna have a Christmas party. People, every company will have it, and going through Christmas, then end of year party. Then that's it. And then we start again. So I want to take this time because tomorrow I have to look after my mom, visiting, and so I'll be with. After this, I might go off for driving prayer. Also, I got to prepare something for my event also. Okay, that's great. Okay, that's good. Man, thank you, Lord. Amen. This is a promise that tough time will come. Only people who knows trust in God will be there. I think this sign of these special people. We look at the Daniel chapter 12 telling that people who are written in the book of life will be delivered. But I doubt who is these people. Is that who is got a full-time job in the ministry, in the church, who believe who are Christian? Who are these people? I think this generation should look at. I think one of the things I can tell you is people who trust in the Lord. It doesn't mean you don't do anything, only church job. That is a bit of old generation. I'm okay with it. Those people who semi-retired age, who are retired age, they maybe that was okay in that time of like a 1970s, 80s. But now, new generation, we may face challenge because I know many guys doing in the business they are having experienced tough time. Everyone I talk with, how you doing? Oh, I'm facing tough. I like to selling this my business. They are on the market now. They're telling these kind of things. They want to get out. That is the reality of that we can't just believe that I am doing my business, God provided. What I'm doing is, what about these people? So I believe, honestly, these paid ministers or full-time ministers should be provided. Feeding them make these members strong enough to trust in Him, trusting God in their life. One of the things is that what God is Lord is pleased, we are doing it. So what is God Lord is pleasing with it? One of the essential part. Go back to Ephesians chapter 6, 1 to 11. Yeah, I think it's one of preparing uh, only few five or six ten weapons. One of them is preparing shoes. You wearing having short of preparing gospel. That's one of the uh, thing we have to live. How shoes is important in militaries? Yeah, definitely very very important. Uh, you know, um, American, Korean War. I have a story. Korean War. Uh, at the end of 1950, around October, I think, we went through good all the way to near the Yangtze, not Yangtze River, near the frontier between China and North Korea. We went, most of them went up to there. Then suddenly, by November, this Chinese army came. About 300,000, I think, in my memory. The problem is many of them don't have shoes, and North Korea is very tough. The winter, -40. I'm not kidding, -40. Some part it become -40. I think that year, particularly 19, for end of between 1950 and 51, that year was tough. The winter was really tough, and many Chinese soldiers were frozen to death because their food was frozen. They can't defrost it, and because they don't have a good shoes. So good shoes is very very important. Keeping your food. Most important thing on to in the cold weather is my mom always said keep your feet warm. Then you might be feel very um, much warmer. Also, you don't get a big problem. So, there's a lot of doctors out there look after what do they call start with P. Some look after the food. Food part is very very important. It has got each toes is very important. That each connected in Chinese medicine, they are connected. Also, hand is connected. Yeah, I know. I used my friend's father used to acupuncture on hand only. You go there and he only do acupuncture on hand to against all the things. One day my once the I have a good experience. My mouse was turned like that when I was doing PCE. I could talk it. My mouth suddenly become like that because stress I had in HSC final in high school in Melbourne. So uh, only two acupuncture bring this mouse back. So anyway, it's same way. Food is very very important. We have to keeping up our food. So in the gospel, food is very, very important. You can move around, you can, uh, but what Lord asking is, we have to choose this gospel or preparing gospel. So our calling is that yes, but individuals go and glorifying God in the community. So that without maturity, without close relationship, you cannot be effective. So also these people become very strong. Then you have to ready to listen to their voice. You can't just control everything offering you bring and we'll do whatever we're gonna use it. No, it's not good like that. No, no, no. So it is very important the church ministry to make these people get strong. Only way is to let them coming to holy and holies. That's one of the thing I'm doing this thing at the moment with praise worship also so that we can clean up all things daily and with fire. Then we have the second session of cleaning with water part. The water of God is more like water, very clean water. So clean all the ashes or mess with burn out, then and filled with Holy Spirit. That is one of the things. A cool system. We gotta have this cooling system with word of God. Also, we gotta have a fire going on the top. That is what we should be. This kind of people will be very effective in the community, and they will attract more people. Eventually, they will grow. They'll be the backbone of the church. Will bless. Then church leaders should be ready to open it, open to listen to their voice, of or open up some kind of path they can use it this way. I see it is so trusting God is very important. These people are more likely chosen, written their name in the book. But do not limit into 1,440 that reflect into, in my opinion, is the whole earth. It could be a culture, each generation each generation over the year. So each generation could be 144. Then my theories or a particular country, region, it could be a diminishing, not a whole lot, 140,000, 40 people as a set per set. That is a bit of problem. Let me just go to the next level. I love this part. Anyone who read Jeremiah, you should have this keep this as a passage for yourself. So this is like a love story, um, love story between God and people. It is one thing the Lord always using the last moment of how much I love you. So if we can feel that kind of thing, I think we have a problem. Show people how much you love them, especially people do business. How much I look up, you are concerned about your event. Then they understand, oh, this guy is caring us. As a minister, it is very important how much I'm caring about you. That is conversation really needed. Then eventually you know that you are not being used by these people. But the thing is, especially in church place, you have to write who I'm gonna really invite these people into our ministry team. Sometimes you have to be very honest, hurting these persons. We have our way at the moment. I think we have to invite some kind of new themes and direction. I know you have been with us for a long time, but we have to let you go. You might be preparing to move on. For that, we gotta give you good reference. Also, you might have to find a new job on another place. You might have to say these people. But I rather wanna be something new, new culture, new direction, be have a more creative way. Otherwise, these people will move on. Don't think that there's gonna hold these people for your church and use whatever you wanted, and not gonna happen. So this is something I'm preparing at the moment. So it's just a unique ministry, and at the moment I have a lot of people asking, so I need referring to, but make sure I'm gonna to provide pastor care with authority. That's the place. That's why I'm really collecting it as possible, and I might be buying a dinner, catching up these people, so that I'm not gonna losing them. Lately, I'm having chat with them and some advice with them intentionally, not intentionally, but that way make sure with my uh, ministry placement, I'm gonna look after these people regularly, and maybe they don't have time, then they might listen to online, that kind of thing I do. But eventually, I mean, at the moment, this is a bit hard. So, yeah, this is something what I'm doing. I'm just showing them. Yeah. So this is something very exciting at the moment. I'm enjoying it. 29, 10:40. But I don't really go into the past. Once I had, no hope. No, Lord will do the same thing. So I'm not going back to those people. No way. Once I got up, that's it. That's what God is doing. So 29, 10, 14. Okay. In the future, I might get something coming. That's why I cut the second section of songs part. I will need only one recording now until the special occasion might happen. So I thinking is I have to reschedule. I might have to finish 8 o'clock before 8 o'clock. That might be ideal in case I have something event coming every day. That's why I'm having maybe even 7:30. So might have to call in 7:30. So that's why I think maybe 1 hour session of Bible study. One of the reason is I really encouraging people to go into your own space, especially I'm really happy that you have a good relationship with God. I can only helping the method you might be going to holy and holy every day and trusting God. That give me power to trust in God. Like fire burning up our old things, then cleaning up. With this kind of solution, very special. You just clean up deep level. How do I explain this? Water, but very special water. It going to deep into our soil and cleaning up whatever mess left, like a fat kind of thing. I know all day. I once I went to this kitchen place for cleaning. Or the fat in the fan. This is like a company. Yeah, yeah. Once I went to there, I have a funny story, but should I tell funny story? Yeah, I said a funny story. This is funny story. I can before I can forget this. Yes, when I completed HSC, I did cleaning job. It's like a 3 months. It's after you do final exam in my time of November. I'm yeah. So I think we should have October exam for the final check. Then with the November, I think November exam. Anyway, I was looking for a job. Then my friend found me. Yeah, I have this cleaning job. Also, I got to ring them out and say, "All right, you can come." So I got a job. This job, one of the job was, yeah, yeah, that is another story. I'll keep it up. Doing the job regularly, and my friend was working in Channel 7, cleaning in Channel 7 station. They used to be in St. Clair of South Melbourne, uh, Channel 7. And the thing is, once I cleaning in outside Channel 7, there used to be staff kitchen cafeteria. I went there cleaning this cafeteria. And there was so many and fat things through fan. That's why I know what this deep cleaning is. Also, one funny story added to it. My friend was night shift. He came up. Oh, here you go. Hi, brother. Yeah, how are you? And he said to me one day, "Oh, you can come to Christmas party." So I said, "All right, thanks for inviting me." So I just went through. A few days after, I went to Christmas party for the cleaners or stuff. I didn't know that what the security problem issue was. I didn't know what the thing is that I just walking in the channel 7 in the reception. Yeah, I was looking for cleanest room, staff room, so that I can do. I can come into uh, Christmas party, and the security system was alarmed. This security officer came up chasing me up. Anyway, this is a funny story. Yeah. Anyway, this is something uh, like let's go. Let's finish up chapter 4. I'm going to this part. As you know, the easy way to remember Second Kings and First King is this new generation of prophet Elisha. So at the beginning of so end of at the end of First King, Elijah disappeared. He gone to heaven, right? Ascended to heaven with the chariot of fire. And that is what happened. Then the era of new generation of prophet Elisha is appear from First Kings. So when you look at a Second King, you look at this will be story half through our story about ministry of Elijah, prophet Elisha, 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 not Elijah, Elijah, not Elisha, Elisha. So this is happening. So you know Second King. This is about Elisha. Elisha. Yeah. Am I pronounced right? Is it Elisha? Yeah. This is a story of that. So Elisha. What about Elisha? Elisha. Yeah. So the story of Elisha is mentioned here. So let's go through some stories. Very interesting. On my screen, there's called Kathy up here. Actually, the boss name was Kathy. Yeah, she was very good cleaner. I remember her. This is a story about this old lady. God provide miracle performing. It's like a Sarah. In her age, she got pregnant, and one of the reason is she looked after God's servant. I always tell them, encouraging is that if this is true servant of God, time to time, if you do the right moment to helping that guy, somehow the blessing come. This is a mistake things. I would say look after the ministers, but time to time, even if you do special offering, it is what really God really needed for that moment. If you do it, uh, really God pleased it with it. So the church tend to say everything you're offering what God will do it, but I rather want if a church doesn't know what this real offering goes to, that offering could be wasted. So it's very important that the church is doing right offering, not for their own wage, whatever they're hiring ministers. Rather, these people really doing, then you'll be blessed really. like these people. So if your church is not doing what God really like to try the effective way, in theory, the offering is not really impact on the kingdom of God. Eventually, you might miss out some blessing according to this. So you discern about it. Okay, this is what happening is. So old age, she had this son. The story is that behind, I did a few days ago, a few weeks ago. One part was that uh, Elijah always go around and ministering it. He got this particular town, and somehow this rich woman, I think her background is known at the local people married to all rich Israelite, and she recognized that this guy is very special. So she invited this God servant, saying to them, "Wherever you passing through this town, please come to and stay. Eat our food." Not only that, she talked to her husband. Let's prepare upper room of some space at the end and renovate it so that this guy maybe stay for a while whenever he passing through and have a good rest. Because that Elisha, servant of Elisha, was so happy. One day he lying on this bed and then what can I do for you? This is one thing about good servant. If you gotta really know the good servant, true servant, you'll be blessed. Maybe this guy might be giving you secret treasure, ideas, and anointing blessing. So this is a story, a mystic story. So if you have a raccoon, bad thing is outside other people, they can smell it. They can smell this presence of God. They know it somehow. Okay, this is one thing is said. So let's do that. And this guy know how to help in this part of it. It's like a specialist um, doctor, practitioner, whereas many are the GP, general practitioner, that can helping you suggestion, the confirmation come with specialist. So specialist doctor will know exactly that part, pinpoint it, what is solution, and they can estimate it. So many of them might be doing only general practitioner control, but time to time, these people have, and you have good chance. Whenever man of God in the Bible is a specialist, whenever Bible say man of God is a specialist. So when some man of God is what a sign of man of God is knowing someone have a problem and deep understanding, as Elisha is did he to her. Oh, this she's going good. She has must have reason to come here, but I don't know yet. But God doesn't tell me anything. But let her come. Let her come nearly tell me about it. That's great understanding of a great man. Sometimes the gift doesn't happen overnight. It could be trained it over the year, and eventually this come. You feel confidence even through him. See the presence of God is there. These people normally people are not sensitive to grace. Sometimes these people can feel grace more abundantly. Um, this is very hard to say. People over the year lived in the ministry. They got used to it, this kind of God grace. So sometimes they don't realize how important it is. It can come anytime. Strong God grace more and more is a mistaken experience. Mistaken experience. Sometimes I'm saying is it can be the danger is that without knowing, without taking God grace as the way to helping into deeper relationship, going into deeper truth. That grace could be danger alone. How do I say? I always say that we got to be going to deeper truth and strong grace to build up strong men of God. But it doesn't bring it that ideal things into over the year. Taking grace alone too much and the essential deep understanding of God, knowledge of and Christ is not happening. It that become very these people feel very insensitive into God calling. So they're not gonna really act about it. Eventually, the spiritual growth is happening, but without deep understanding, without able to discerning from evil and good. That's what the Hebrew chapter 5 is mentioned about it. So it's like end of the day, someone will die as like a drug addict. So this is what these people wanted. They want more and more and more and more. eventually they die by poisoning their bodies. That is what I. But people outside, because never been to God's grace found through our presence as a servant God, as Christian, they can feel it. They can feel sensitively about God's grace. What happened was, during that time, maybe they have a chance to open up. That is one of the things we have to send people out there on the street, in the community. So can you understand what I mean? So this woman was Gentile. When this particular person, Elisha, was definitely true servant of God, and she realized it, God's presence. Then she uh, did great things. That is one thing I want to share with it. Whenever time to time, you have these people get blessed. And if these people are blessing you, your business might be good business. And maybe for a while, but at least you see the visual sign of prosperity for a while. Because I don't say until die, holy life, because God doesn't want it. Because He wants you to come back to Lord. So it might be happen. Okay, let's see again. It is more likely you did good to God's children a lot in over the year. You might have that also. Giving love, support them, and eventually you have a good chance to be a God servant, truly. And so people who are more like receiving a lot in young age, they might be burned out later on. That's why I'm be worried about it. This is a very good thing I learned about. Yeah. So I got a very good, interesting title. I'm gonna build it. So I talk about this formula there, beloved, that grace and truth must come together according to um, John's Gospel. But when but grace alone do not depend on too long, otherwise you might miss out. And grace means there should be a way of people to grow with truth. And that is what happening is people not growing, end of the day, they will recede slowly. So that's what happened. So presence of God is one way of experience God's grace. That's one happening always two-way, going through holy and holy in the morning and burning up all the desire and worries and things. Then with word of God, cleaning with truth, a deeper truth, and later on you pray about it. Then there's power coming upon everyday's life. That's why I believe that direction will see more effectively. But always say that serving the church, respect your leaders. That's what I've been doing. But the thing is that it's belong to someone who they claimed I'm the servant God, something like 20 years younger than me. Come in, you also serve me. Oh Lord, should I serve? God. Because I'm full time, so I am a leader over you. Oh Lord. Yes, this is something. Okay. So it's very important that deep distress, you have to feel it. Do not neglect it. So serve God. She's blamed at the moment. Because I will never did not say to you, Lord, when you say to me, I'm gonna have a son, maybe because uh, it's happened now, my son's died because of my fault, because I giving birth or my old age. Maybe that contribute about this sudden death of my son. That's what she said. Did not ask, Lord. I could be causing my people some problem, Lord. That's what her understanding, blaming on herself. She didn't blame God anything. At the moment, she blaming it. I had a son. Did not say, maybe I had a problem, that's why I couldn't have a baby until this old age. Suddenly you blessed, but I said, do not say, do not deceive me. I could be, something happened to my son because I giving birth in my, old age, not old age, but it's something maybe 40ish, 50ish, 40ish maybe, more like 40ish. I think that there's looks like age difference between his old husband. Yeah, that's what happened. Maybe double age difference. So she could be, he could be 70, husband, maybe she could be 35, maybe 40, maybe that kind of things. Yeah, because always very important. Yeah, it could be her husband's purpose because when man is getting older, the you know probably this seed is not healthy. That could be some reason blaming themselves. For 26, 28. The one of the thing is critical moment. We tend to not talk too much. That is one of the things. Tell him, take your that's my stuff, but do not talk too much. Just quiet. That's the essential thing happening as a man of God. Sometimes people don't talk too much, especially their own serious case. It doesn't mean, but important part of communication is grab the right uh, thread and take it from them moment. So people tend to talk too much, not a good sign. That's why when we meet like a specialist, they don't really talk too much. They just got that presence of this kind of confidence, but just tell the essential part. What is this one result gonna be and how long? What solution? That should have talk. So that is something we look at it. Like a Western culture is like a more like talkative. That is more, but in Eastern culture, people not to talk too much. That's something about it. So in Western culture, someone is talkative, they find more confidence. So we got to be balanced somehow. Yeah. Amen. 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 Okay. Done for today. So I show this conclusion is that there's some sign of good shepherd, true sovereign of God. There's some sun are struck down through life of Elisha. But one of the things anyone can be Elisha, but rather I will ask people to serve your local ministers. You know how to serve them properly. Do not expect to be promptly served by others, especially young age. That's why I recommend it. Because you'll be locked out, locked in that kind of culture. You're not going anywhere. That's why I'm a bit worried about it. Because there's a lot of going through in Korea at the moment. And many Asian countries, there's no have a government support system like in Australia, and they have a difficult time. So at the moment, they expected that it's like we have an economic situation. We used to have a lot of middle managers disappear in the company, restructure. We have a yeah. So I think church gonna be more going further. A lot of them now freaked out. A lot of middle ministers like associate ministers are now likely they have a reality. That's why some of them wanna get out country and come to like Australia to look for opportunity. But I tell you, it's the same way at the moment. Well, I see the at the moment in our Korean community, I meet people. They want English. They want English service. They want to improve their English so that they can be more effective in their lifestyle. They have more friends connected outside of church. One of the reason is that they want a culture. They want to have a talk, not just want to be talk about Bible every day, but they want to have a relationship. Also, these people helping each other. That is culture at the moment. Is I think local churches will be prepared if something is. One of the things God wants us to more effective in the gospel. That means everyone. There's no one is exceptional. Like it's like we're going to like a special force, uh, like SAS, something like in Australia. Is what you see in the special force. There's no have a rank, office, anything like that. They will sit down together and wash together. Wash. I don't know whether they wash tissue or thing or not, but there is some kind of a connection. Whether you are corporal or you are sergeant or captain, they work together. They run together, practice together. That kind of thing is now we are changing it. Not normal like official one is doing something and then non-official was separate sitting table. No longer like that. So we got to be right with it. There's no boundary thing is that. That's why I'm thinking if you are new generation, keep it up with your skill and just be careful with the thing is make sure connect with community through business or job, any works. If you are full time, go into community. Please go into community regularly on one day and like a school community, anything like that. Do the volunteering so that that's what I feel more like. So also, if a chance develop a second skill, one of thing is good thing is trade. That's very good. If you have any skill of trade, especially those people in 20, 20s to 30s, keep it up. Even programming in AI. So, so there's a lot of opportunity there, and that's one something about discerning about the servant of God. Always say to you, people, you will not be a servant of God. Truly, you have to be able to serve others. And the thing to, but do not expect too much asking older people to support you. That's a bit odd, you know. It's, a lot of people always ask me to serve voluntarily under their authority. I know that, you know, I was like, all right, if I was 20 years younger, but it looks, uh, you know, I think I can do some feedback and in the presence of God. And so this is what I'm thinking is, that's why I'm running this kind of a online channel to helping you out, encouraging you who you are ever preparing to be a God servant, a be strong, and make sure you do that. And hopefully you were. And this is like we have a holiday mood. And many of them are like a day off today from Friday today. Even they're going to ready for have a good mood of the AFL Grand Final, and I'll be away, be driving around and pray, and that's what I feel like at the moment. So also I have a bit of a relaxed time and come back night time and do a bit of work. Anyway, happy Grand Final, whoever reading it, and hopefully you enjoy it today. Have a great day. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Right, tomorrow is a day off for me for on channel. Also, see you on Sunday. Okay. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye for now.